What's up everyone, Kobe Cheese here with another episode of How to Not Win at League of Legends. And today I've got a lot of clips together of people throwing the game, and I want to talk about that. So, I'm spectating this game here, and I want you guys to really pay attention. Since the blue team is very far ahead, they have all the chance to win the game, but take a look. This is the vision from the red team. They have lots of vision, and they're behind. Blue team, 0 wards on the map. And absolutely no idea where the enemy team is at. You can see that they are kind of pushing out, splitting with the Jace top and then bottom, which is generally fine. But the problem here, when you are ahead of the game, you need to have an oracles or lots of pink wards out on the map, and you need to have a lot of the enemy area warded. If you're getting pushed in, you need to have your own jungle warded. So at this point, there is none of that. Nonetheless, we are about to see a team fight here. A nice binding comes in from the Morgana, and then the Master Yi follows up with an Alpha Strike. Unfortunately, he flashes out. So Master Yi needs to back off at this point because he is up against a team that is fully packed and grouped up, and all of his burst is gone. Now, they can still win this fight, it's fine, but the Jace makes a huge mechanical error by jumping straight in to the enemy without using any of his long-range spells. You should never jump in as the first thing on Jace. You should always use that range and then clean up with your melee. Either way, doesn't matter. That causes them to get really crushed here. They never actually end up finishing off the Swain, and then everyone still continues to kind of push in extremely ham. And overall, some huge mechanical mistakes here cause them to lose that fight. They're going to lose 2 turrets on top of that and their inhibitor. Either way, there was a lot of mistakes being made there. No vision on a winning game, and some big overzealous plays. Basically, if you feel like you're so far ahead, don't make plays that you wouldn't when you were behind. You should still make plays like you're behind and not go over crazy, because it's so easy. Just one mistake will lose you the game. Just that one mistake by Jace and that Master Yi caused them to lose their entire inhibitor. Either way, they're not able to regain control. They never place down wards, and overall what happens is it causes the red team to once again get a catch. Even though their inhibitor has finally come back up, they quickly dispatch it once again, and they're going to go for the win, taking out the Nexus and really making everyone on blue team facepalm, because they certainly should have won this game. So that throw was based on some bad mechanical play, but let's look at bad decision making. This is a game of mine where we're in a decent position. We're pushing in, we're going to take the enemy inhibitor, but at this point we need to take the other ones as well. Rather than running back around and shoving the lanes like we should be doing, the Rammus makes the decision to start pinging and wants to tank the turret, whereas the whole team has all of their ults up. We get completely crushed at this point. Don't even take out the turret. The enemies lose their Ashe, but we lose 4 of our team, and that allows them to push back out and regain some control of the map and do extremely well. Now, we're actually really far ahead at this point. I'm extremely fed, and I can make huge plays. The red team is a little bit split, and I saw that, so I decided to use my ultimate to come up here and jump onto this Wukong. I'm able to finally get the catch. We have Hamus over here coming up to help me out. We get the shutdown onto the Wukong, and at this point, our entire team needs to group up, and we can take the rest of that inhibitor down. Since that turret was low from our last bad decision making, we were not able to catch any further people, but we have Rammus coming up here. But we need our rest of our team to come up here. But right now we have Ezreal and the Nasus not even paying attention to what's going on the map, and they're completely just farming minions and not trying to take objectives. This allows red team to group back up. They've been able to return to their base and push us back out. Now without the rest of our team here, and now Nasus is going up to the top lane to continue farming in such a dire situation, and then the Ezreal making a mechanical mistake of jumping over the wall into the team 1v3 allows them to clean back up, and we no longer have the advantage at this point. Now the red team is back in this game completely even with us. Their inhibitor is about to respawn, and they have a chance to go straight to that Baron. Let me fast forward just a little bit. They've taken the Baron, and the Rammus once again making a terrible decision. We know that this Baron is gone at this point. There's absolutely no question that it's gone. And he decides to run back up in there. He gets caught, and he's going to go down, leaving us 4v5 against a team with Baron. And that, my friends, is GG, as the red team is able to shove back in and win the game. And that is just huge decision-making problems that lead to throws in games that need to be avoided. So if you want to avoid things like that, you need to always be looking to take objectives constantly. Stay grouped in those tight situations, especially towards the mid game, because one bad decision will lose you the game. Now, a little bit further in, let's take a look at another game where I'm playing as Zyra mid lane, and we're actually in a situation where the enemy team is slightly ahead, but we're for the most part even. Now, our team is actually going to run around to the backside and try and look to get a nice catch here. I'm still shoving up in the lane, so I'm getting to the fight just a little bit late. We get a nice catch here. We're able to take out the Riven, thank goodness. And I'm going to run up in here looking for a chance to make some plays. Looks like the enemy AP carry uses her ultimate onto our support, not grabbing a kill, and this allows us to be in a decent position. We're extremely low in this fight, but I'm able to zone out the Orianna and do lots of damage to her while our team cleans up the rest of theirs, and we get a triple kill onto our Varus. I'm able to take out her for the ace, and we push in and grab this turret. We're going to also take the inhibitor, and this is a great position for us. Now, with an inhibitor down, we can back off safely and continue fighting up to go for the win. But what happens in a little bit is going to be a little bit surprising to you. We have another fight here happening where we have potentially a good chance to win the fight. Now, we take out the Sona, but the problem here is that two of our extremely powerful teammates decide to chase an Ezreal who's clearly going to make his escape. This causes the Varus to be kind of by himself. Now, I can easily zone this out, but instead the Varus makes a massive mechanical decision-making mistake by running straight up into the bush versus two people waiting in the bush for him, and he gets crushed. Meanwhile, they are not able to fight this Ezreal. In fact, he 1v2s them and crushes their faces, and we end up losing that fight. Unfortunately, this allows them to be strong enough to go straight to the Baron and take that out, and that's going to cause us to lose a lot of advantage here. Now, we have a jungler who is just playing a little bit too manly. There's no way he could have stopped that Baron. He gets taken out, and I am left to kind of sit back and watch it happen. Now, that said, things are still kind of even. We can definitely win the fight. So I'm going to sit here over the wall and do a little bit of poke and do my best to, maybe catch somebody out of position. Now, for some reason, the Olaf decides, hey, he did a little bit of damage. I'm going to run in 1v5 to the team with Baron and not be safe at the turret. And then his decision makes our Aatrox decide to jump in, even though he is like, oh, that was a bad decision, and he runs back out. But as soon as the Aatrox runs back in, he runs back in, and I'm sitting here thinking the whole time, this is screwed. I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting there over the side of the wall trying to just peel for everyone who's making these crazy decisions, which ends up getting me crushed. And without me on the team being able to kind of peel and poke and stuff like that, that allows them to finally take our inhibitor and push for the win. And that, my friends, is bad decision making and throws in games. This happens all the time. But thank you guys for watching this episode of How to Not Win. Hopefully it helped you learn what not to do. And I'll see you around for the next episode. If you enjoy this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I'll see you next time. I'm Kobe Cheese. Peace out.